Welcome back to Shadow and Light. This podcast is a quiet, comfortable space for life, healing with animals, and just finding small joys. It's about finding the light, even in the shadows. Today's episode lives very gently in that space. Just remember that when you're listening to this episode, to try and make sure that you pay attention to your self care because I'm going to talk about a recent experience that I just had. I want to share something honestly, but very calmly. I recently spent time in an inpatient mental health unit for 12 days, and it's because I was struggling so hard with everything that was going on that I knew if I didn't do something, that something would happen and it would be bad. I'm not here to tell us a dramatic story. I'm here to talk about what it felt like to slow all the way down and then come back. Patient care isn't loud the way people sometimes imagine. It's quiet rooms, scheduled meals, long pauses between thoughts. There's group therapy, sometimes private therapy. There's no performing there, no convincing anyone that you're okay. Just being home in a temporary place and being able to be human even when you're tired of being strong. The shadow for me looks like exhaustion. Not sadness exactly, but a deep tiredness of carrying everything alone. Sometimes the shadow isn't about darkness. Sometimes it's simply the absence of rest and working so hard that you put everyone else before yourself. The light didn't arrive all at once. It showed up in small ways, starting at 5 in the morning, taking our blood pressure, heart rate, all that kind of stuff. Going to group therapy, breakfast, having downtime, then doing another group therapy, then education on different outpatient services. There was a lot of time for reflection and thinking about everything that's going on before you went inpatient. There was always reminders around that if you are struggling, that there is somebody to talk to. And that helped me tremendously because I'm just used to trying to handle everything alone. It was almost like the light was permission to pause, to soften myself, and to stay in the moment and acknowledge what is going on in that moment. There was a sense of calm in my body while I was there because I finally could take off the mask that I so much carried to myself. Leaving inpatient didn't necessarily mean that everything is suddenly okay. It means learning how to move slowly again, how to notice the small joys, the warm drink, the quiet morning, the comfort of my cat's shadow, breathing without rushing. This is the kind of light that I'm learning to look at now. I'm sharing this because shadow and light isn't about perfection. It's about real life, healing that's quiet, and finding gentleness even when things have been heavy. If you're in the shadows right now, just remember that you don't need to rush out of the shadows. There are people outside of the shadows waiting to reach their hand out to you when you're ready. There's no pressure, there's no hanging over your head to be perfect again because perfection is not realistic. Light often comes softly and slowly. It doesn't happen quickly and rushed. I appreciate every single person that shared their experiences with me at this inpatient facility. And I appreciate all of those people that were there for me. And I will greatly appreciate that for the rest of my life. Because when certain things like this happen, you kind of find out who your true friends are. And I know that this podcast is a little bit delayed. I didn't plan on taking a 3 week break. And I just know that I'm glad to be back. And I have to start putting myself first and stop trying to put everyone else ahead of me. Because at the end of the day, I cannot pour from an empty cup. Thank you for being here with me and for sharing this moment with me. If you're listening to this or reading while carrying something difficult, I hope you can feel that you're not alone in it. This space exists for the quiet days, the uncertain days, the days where just showing up is enough. I hope that every single one of you find a small moment of comfort after this, even if you are or are not struggling. Something warm, something steady, something kind. I will be here with you again soon, and I'm super happy to be back. But I'm going to leave you with this. You are wanted, needed, and loved today. And this is from me and Shadow, who's very serious. As you know, cats are very serious about rest and softness. You're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to curl up, take a deep breath, and exist without fixing anything, even in the shadows. You are deeply worthy of care, warmth, and quiet love. Shadow and I are going to be sending you calm and gentle energy like a cat choosing to sit beside you just because you deserve the company. Good night to all of you, and I hope that your Friday, January 23rd, is well, and hope you have a good weekend with love and light.